Ladies and gentlemen, and all of those in between, I would like to welcome you to the Ariana Grande Eras World Tour. Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to. So, in today's video, we're talking all things if Ariana Grande did an Eras tour. I want Ariana Grande to do an Eras tour so bad. Now, yes, you can say that this is just Taylor Swift culture. You know, I'm trying not to compare any other Eras tour to Taylor Swift. Yes, it does work really well for Taylor Swift, but it's got me thinking about if other artists did Eras tour, you know, it would actually probably end the world. I created this playlist on my Spotify if Ariana Grande did an Eras tour. I will link the playlist below if you want to go check that out. So let's go. We're starting with the Positions tour because this is the era which we left off. It's the most recent era and we didn't even get a Positions tour. We're starting each era of the tour with the intro for that era. So we're starting with Shut Up. Now, I don't know how I envision this because there's so many different ways that we could have this Eras tour. So I don't know whether I envision like Shut Up being like a video, like kind of how she did for Raindrops, or whether there's like a video beforehand and then she comes on singing Shut Up. Maybe she comes on like in the middle of Shut Up. Let me just see. I don't know. I feel like this would actually be really interesting live. I kind of just compiled some songs together which I would think would sound pretty good in this order. See, I see that bit as being like on a video and when hearing her but not seeing her. But then like, I don't know, some of the rest of the song really does make sense to be sang live. And I mean, the way that fades out at the end, it would just make sense to be like the intro, right? So maybe it's like, but then like, maybe the start of the tour, it has a mashup of all the different intros in that makes so much more sense because it's an Eras tour. It compiles, you know, intro, Raindrops, finishing with Shut Up. So maybe we start with Honeymoon Avenue. We go right from the start. I should write this down, you know. I should write this down. These are good ideas. Maybe I should be like Ariana's tour manager for next tour. What would you say it's like a mashup of Honeymoon Avenue, intro? I don't know if Moonlight would work as like an intro. I would want to hear Moonlight live, like a full version of Moonlight. So we're gonna skip Moonlight and go to Raindrops. I would also really want to hear a full version of Imagine. So maybe later in the show there's like a medley or like a mashup of Imagine and Moonlight together. That's happening. We go to Shut Up and then after that the only song I can hear coming next is 3435, but I feel like there could be a bigger opener. And I want to do the Positions tour first. I did really like how on the Sweetener tour she opened with like God Is a Woman. But I mean, we've already done that. I don't think she would do it again. I mean, on this playlist I've got Safety Net next, but I don't really think that would work. No, I feel like we need a bigger opener. Does Main Thing work? I'm gonna have to put 3435 straight after Shut Up because I can only hear it like that. I don't even think I've got 3435 in this playlist. For some reason, this playlist is allowing me to change it on my phone, but it's not changing it on my laptop, so I think I'm just gonna have to use my phone for this. Because on my phone, my order was actually Shut Up and then Main Thing. So after the intro mashup, and then we fade into Shut Up, and then we go to You know what? I feel like this would actually be a vibe live. I feel like it would work as an opener. But then after 34-35, what do we want? You know, that does actually also kind of work as an opener. Also kind of see this is an opener. After 34-35, we have West Side. I would need to hear that one live. It is so underrated. I feel like if we got West live on a tour, it would actually end up being appreciated. Next, I think Safety Net would work. Why is this so much harder than I thought it would be? I thought I had like a set list here. What I'm going to do is we're going to leave the Positions era for a minute because I feel like we should start this era with Positions tour. We should start this tour with the Positions era, but also finish it with the Positions era. Or maybe like how we start it with like a mashup of all the different intros. We could finish it with a mashup of all the different outros or like all the main songs, then finish it with Positions. I bet no one thought about that. I think this is genius. Does anyone else? See, I'm saying that, but I also really see POV. I mean, it's the outro on Positions, isn't it? Why is this so difficult? So, we've got the mashup of all the intros, and then we go into Shut Up, and then we go into 34-35. And then West Side. And then after West Side, we have an interlude. So I'm also thinking, after each era, we have like an interlude into the next era. I would love to hear Nasty live, but I also really hear it as a good interlude. I don't know, I really hear that bit as like an interlude. Maybe like how she did with In My Head. Maybe if we got like a Nasty music video, that would be pretty cool. I think with this playlist, I've kind of gone backwards on the eras. Let's just go with that. After this interlude, and then we go into the Thank You Next era. And I feel like Break Up With Your Girlfriend, that would be a pretty good way to start it. And we all know what Break Up With Your Girlfriend is like live, even if we haven't seen it firsthand. We've seen those videos. And after Break Up With Your Girlfriend, but then that would be also a really good opener for like an era. How did I forget about that? How did I forget about the start of In My Head? This is a song which I can't really see her performing it. I can see it being like an interlude. But I suppose it's already been an interlude. I just don't really know if this is like the type of song that Ariana would perform. This is hurting my brain a bit, trying to think of it like the best set list, because there's so many ways this could go. I feel like all these songs have such good intros to songs. We need Fake Smile, because that looks incredible live. I feel like what she did for the Sweetener tour, for this song, she was on stage when that part started playing, so maybe that could just happen. I still think In My Head should like start this, right? In My Head should start the Thank You Next era. I feel like there isn't a better way to do it. Whether she's on stage or not, I don't know, because I do feel like coming on stage for Break Up With Your Girlfriend would be better. So let's write this down, because I think I'm actually going to send it to Ariana's team. After Fake Smile, I feel like Needy and Fake Smile kind of have parallels. So I think that's my logic behind that. If we're talking about like telling a story, then that would work. And then I feel like Needy going into Imagine, that would actually kind of work. Yeah, that would work, but then I would want Moonlight after that. I mean, this kind of defeats the point of like an Eras tour in terms of the order of it, but you know what? Let's just go with it. I feel like my phone stopped recording, but we're back. I think we've worked it out, you know, guys. I think we've worked it out. I also feel like I'm shouting. So, what I've done is I've kind of like done the Eras tour but in a weird order. Like I say, I wanted Imagine going into Moonlight. After the Thank You Next era, we finish with Imagine. That part would be so cool. Like, imagine an orchestra. I feel like that's happened before, right? I'm not quite sure if Ariana would ever perform Imagine live though. I mean, she has, but I don't know if she would do it on tour. Also, I mean, the vocals in this song, she would not last all tour with all these vocals. Oh my god, one song that I am missing from this is My Hair. I don't know why I missed that song out, but I would definitely want that live. But again, I don't think her vocals would be able to handle the whistle notes every single night on tour. So that's the Thank You Next era. And then we go into the Dangerous Woman. Although I kind of see that as an interlude, but then I would really want to hear Moonlight live, like a live version of Moonlight. It would be a good interlude. It would be a really good interlude. You know how she had a moon last tour? She could do the same thing, or this song could originally be playing as an interlude, but then she could come up on a moon and like go around the audience on top of a moon, because it's Moonlight. Oh, genius. See, I kind of like the fact that, was it on the Dangerous Woman tour? She started it with Be Alright. I do really like that as an opener. I mean, she would have to sing Be Alright. Then what comes after Moonlight? Maybe after Moonlight we do slow it down a bit, and then it's Moonlight and then Thinking About You, and then Into You. I don't really think Into You is a popular song choice for next tour, but I would love to hear it. I mean, it was one of the big songs from this era. I mean, I say that, but I don't even have Side to Side because I don't really like that one. This is my dream tour list. Yeah, Moonlight, then Thinking About You, then Into You, and then we're never gonna get this live, I know, but like, it's my favourite song ever, so. Oh, that sounds like a really good opener. This is so difficult, guys. I would love to hear that live. I feel like that kind of works though. Into You and then Touch It. Where would Sometimes go? I can only really see Sometimes after Into You. I feel like that works okay. Moonlight, Thinking About You, then Into You. Sometimes then Touch It, and then Be Alright. And then to transition to the My Everything era, we've got... It could work as an interlude, but it could also work as a performance. Maybe this could be like an interlude, but in the sense that like it's when all the dancers come on stage and Ariana's not on stage, but the dancers are. And then I know I said like at the start of the tour there would be a mashup of all the intros, but then I do feel like we should still have like an intro to each era. So we would play a bit of intro for My Everything. Maybe not even all of it. And then we would go to this, which, again, she's never going to perform this live because we all know that she doesn't like it. Oh, just imagine how good this would be live, though. I'm not, like, madly in love with Break Your Heart Right Back, but I would love to hear this live. Because I love the way she did it on the Sweetener tour. She's kind of just walking around the stage to the audience, and it could be like your moment with she like touches your hand or something. Because it is kind of more of a chilled song, I guess. It's a bit more interactive. It's not like, I don't think it needs like intense dance moves. So yeah, I think that would be cool just to have on tour. And then I also just feel like it would be a really cool song for like the crowd to sing along to. I need to witness this. And then after that, we could just chill with just a little bit of your heart. And maybe there could be a choir on. Wait. Imagine if she sang this. It doesn't even have to be on tour, just one performance. And I'm not even a Harry Styles fan, okay? But imagine if she sang this, a choir with her, and then on like the last chorus or something, the last verse, Harry Styles walks out and sings it with her. Imagine. No, I can imagine that in my head. Oh my god. I don't think I would be okay, and I'm not even a Harry Styles fan. That would be a cultural reset. That would be like the moment. And then we would finish this era with Break Free. I just feel like there should be a song in between those two. I mean, I am missing like the biggest songs from this era, but I'm not really a fan of them. Obviously, One Last Time. The meaning of that song has changed so much that I just didn't include it for that reason. I feel like people are kind of over Love Me Harder, so I haven't included that. I kind of forgot it existed, so Be My Baby, I forgot about that one. That would be cool. Maybe Be My Baby and then Break Free. I'm just so over Problem, like I don't like that song. I'm pretty sure Ariana is even over Bang Bang, so I feel like this song kind of goes with Break Your Heart Right Back. It is kind of a song which doesn't need intense choreography. You could literally just be walking around stage. Next we have the Yours Truly era, one of my favourite albums of all time. And we're going to start with Honeymoon Avenue. I know, like I say, the start of the whole tour will be a mashup of all the intros, but we're going to go back to a bit of Honeymoon Avenue. Honestly, I don't even really care what songs we get for this era, because I would be happy with any. I think I've kind of chosen the ones that she's done already, so I don't know whether that means that she would do them on her next tour or whether she wouldn't. I feel like just realistically she would probably sing Right There out of all the other songs. This would be so good live. Piano live would just be so cute. We've got Honeymoon Avenue, You'll Never Know, Piano, Daydreamin, Right There, and then Tattooed Heart would finish this era. For the Sweetener era, I thought that we're starting with Positions, but we're also finishing with Positions. And obviously the last tour that we had of Ariana was a Sweetener one. So kind of like that full circle thing. Like I say, going back to the start of the tour with a mashup, maybe the mashup only includes that first line and then goes into other intros, and then maybe goes back to the next line to like keep switching between all the different intros of the albums. So then when we get to the Sweetener tour, we get the full version of this, kind of the way she did it on the Sweetener tour, and then we'll go into this. This would be so good live. If anyone got to witness the Sweetener tour, firstly, I'm so jealous of you. I didn't go to the Sweetener tour, but I know how good these songs were live because, yeah, I was watching it all behind a screen. Today, Sweetener turns 5? 5. Next song in this era would be, and then we would need this. I would also love to bring the moon back to this tour. So she's flying on a moon, but she's also going to be singing under a moon again. Maybe she could have multiple songs which she does sing under a moon. Or for one era, it's a moon that she's singing under. At a different part of the audience, there's like a sun or a star or something that she's singing under. I don't know whether I'm just trying to be clever here, but so we would finish this era. And then after this, I feel like this would be the perfect opportunity. I need her to sing this song live, like at least once, but I need to be there for it. if she like incorporates surprise songs for the next tour that she does, if she ever does another tour, because, you know, I can kind of understand if Ariana doesn't ever do another tour, but also, no, I can't understand, because then I will have never seen her live, and I will never see her live in my life. So I feel like this would be a very good song to like go back into the eras, because I suppose it was kind of like, was it the Thank You Next era where she released this, or was it Sweetener? It was somewhere between those ones, right? But I would also love, I'm not really a big fan of Don't Call Me Angel, but imagine being at a show and she brings out Miley and Lana to sing it with her. I don't really know where it would fit. I feel like that would be quite cool. See, How I Look on You could be an interlude, but I don't want it as an interlude. I want it as a full performance, but there is a bit of fading at the end of How I Look on You, so that could give time to have a bit of like a fade out on the stage, and then like boom. I'm wearing my 7 rings top today. I didn't realise that this video would take me so long to film. Like, I thought I had the set list all sorted on my Spotify, but no, it's really not that easy to come up with the set list. So a few changes I made. Basically my phone stopped recording again, and I don't know where. I changed the position of Dangerous Woman because I was gonna have it as like an encore song, or like one of the last songs, because I feel like it's one of her most popular songs. I've kind of just put it into the Dangerous Woman era. After No Tears Left to Cry, in the Sweetener era, we've got How I Look on You, and then we've got 7 Rings, then we've got Don't Call Me Angel, and after Don't Call Me Angel we go back into the Positions era. We start with Main Thing. Imagine hearing this live. I do feel like though, maybe there could be an interlude between Don't Call Me Angel and Main Thing. I don't know, but let's just say there's an interlude between Don't Call Me Angel and Main Thing, and then she comes up again with Main Thing. After Main Thing, we've got Safety Net. And then POV. And then maybe she could leave stage. Obviously, she hasn't sung Positions or Thank You Next yet. You know what artists do? Like, they do the encore thing, and then the crowd say like, we want more. And then she comes back on with... Obviously, Thank You Next is how she finished her Sweetener tour, so I don't think she would want to do that one again. And I mean, we started with the Positions tour, so I feel like it's only right to do it like a full circle of starting with the Positions era and ending with the Positions era. So then we would just finish with Positions. Now I'm listening to it and thinking, this would be the perfect way to start the tour though. I mean, I don't know how accurate this set list is. Maybe even like we finish with Thank You Next and Positions is just straight before. That is my If Ariana Grande Did an Eras tour. I hope you enjoyed this video. Ariana Grande better take notes for her next tour, and that's all I have to say. So yeah, bye.